Okay, I'm making pizza. I've got 2¼ teaspoons of active instant yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 cup of warm water, 2½ cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to mix it all together and make the pizza. Okay, so I got the dough resting, although you really don't have to because it's instant. And I got my pizza pans because that'll make 2 pizzas. I got this big tomato here. I poured some baking soda and water in there to clean it off, and it's just, see how dark that is? So I'll just let that soak a couple minutes, and then I'll rinse it off. And I got the oven preheated. And moving on. So I sliced my tomato as thin as I could. My knives suck, and I need to buy a knife sharpener. So drain it out, because if you put it on the pizza and you don't do this, you're going to just have a big well of water on the pizza while you're trying to cook it. So you can fix that at the end, like you can just dab the pizza with paper towel, but it's easier to just like get as much moisture out of them as you can beforehand. So I chopped up half a medium Vidalia onion fine, and I'm still draining these. What I do is I just turn the whole thing upside down, like that, take out that paper towel and add a new one. See what I mean? And then I'm going to cut up some of this. Keep going. So beautiful, clean peppers ready to be chopped. Okay, so I'm draining the tomatoes. The onions and peppers I'm going to cook, because you can't put them on the pizza raw like that. They won't cook, and it won't be good. This is the leftover peppers. I'm going to put them in my freezer, use them for other meals. And as you can see, I organize everything. That's all chicken breasts, hamburger patties, blah blah. So, be back. This is frozen jalapenos from the garden from last year. I think I'm going to grab a couple of them. And if you guys don't know about this, this is basil, but you can buy it frozen in your supermarket, and you just pop one out. And here's the peppers I just froze. And I think I'm going to make some sausage and pepperoni to go on it. Yes, I save and dry out my seeds. And I'm going to cook this in some water. I rinse them off first. I'll take off their casings, mush them up, and we'll go from there. Stop. Okay, letting the sausage cool off a little bit. And I just put the vegetables in to the same pan that I had the sausage in. I'm going to let that cook. And then I'm going to cut this up. Now, usually you would have your sausage defrosted and take the skin off beforehand. But me being a dork and doing this at the, fly, on the fly, I'm going to let it cool off and then take the skin off. So, okay, so I chopped the sausage all up and added a little tiny bit of water. There's the peppers and onion. And this is all going to go on the pizza. So yeah, definitely defrost your sausage, then take the skin off. I just had a very hard time. But it's going to be delicious. And I have a lot of people to feed here, so it's all good. Okay, I will share my mistakes with you guys. I should have cooked the peppers and onions separately and drained the sausage, so I'm just putting a paper towel on there. Here's my dough, looking good, and I'm getting ready to make this pizza. And I'm going to actually add the basil into the dough. I'm going to just mix it all together. And you actually don't need I have sweet sausage, and I took a little tiny bite, and you don't need anything in there. So see what I do next. So in the beginning I said you needed 2.5 cups of flour, but I only used 2 in a whatever that is, and the rest, like, you can feel it. So I'm just going to add this here so that I can roll out my dough. So I cut it in half. That'll make 2 pizzas. And then you just make it into 2 balls. I wish I had somebody holding the camera so I could show you, but it's pretty easy to make it into a ball. And I'm gonna go. Okay, this is the basil, so I'm gonna muck it together and make 2 new balls. This is where the extra flour comes in hand, because the basil is wet, so you're gonna need it. I'll be back. Okay, mission accomplished. Now you can use whatever kind of spray you want. I use coconut oil a lot, but I'm just going to use this butter for today. Like that. And then I'm gonna sprinkle it with this cornmeal. I know you can't see it, but I ain't taking it out of the bag. Just get it around there. Okay, it's not perfect, but neither am I. So I got the cornmeal on there, and now I'm going to put the dough on. Okay, usually I use my hands to just spread it out on the pan, but today I used a rolling pin because I'm not very strong today. So go from here. Okay, here it is on the pan, and of course I'm going to adjust it and do the other one. I'm feeding some people today. And you can see the basil in it. Okay, so all I did was I just pinched the crust around that was hanging over. And today I am using Mezzetta. I think it's, yeah, plum tomatoes. Okay, so you know about the roundy round thing with the spoon, right? You go round, 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 all over. So onward. So I've got orange cheese first, mild cheddar, Lucerne. The sausage is cool enough. I got to drain a lot of the grease up, so that's a good thing. I'm doing everything backwards today, people. Just do everything opposite of what I say, and then you'll be fine. Now, how beautiful is that? So I think the other pizza, I still got to put cheese on it, but the other pizza I'm going to do the tomato and jalapeno. Okay, my oven's extra hot for some reason, so you should have it on 450, but I'm putting mine on 350, and at the end I'll put it on broil. So I'm going to put this pizza in first. Sausage and pepper and Vidalia onion. And let's see what happens. Now I'm going to work on the other one. Something to be said for these things. It really helped me today. So, okay, here it is on the pan. And like I said, just take the little over here and just make a crust. And I will be back. Okay, I put the jalapenos around the edge. If somebody really wants to complain about it, they don't have to eat the edge. And onward. Alright, so I added the other cheese and tomato. And I think I'm going to put pepperoni on it. And then this one will be ready to go in. Okay, this one's next. And that one's looking beautiful. Now look at this beauty. Oh yeah. Perfect. And I'm putting that one in next. And I got a buttload of dishes to do. On my oven, it's really runs hot. So I put it on 350 for like 15-20 minutes, and then I I took it from that bottom rack up to the top rack and I put it on broil and I just watched it for about 5 minutes. So there you go. Delicious. I use this, but I'm going to probably cut smaller pieces because I'm sure a lot of people will want a piece. Okay, tomato, pepperoni, and jalapeno. This one I've already gotten attacked by the neighbors. They can smell it. So, just gonna cut this one up and see how this one is. That one is absolutely delicious. I'm sure this one will be too. Okay, it will be gone soon. Then everybody's eating it, and I just tried this piece, and it is delicious. So, success. Nothing left. This will be gone very quickly. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Love y'all. Bye. So, all clean, all done. Just waiting for people to eat the rest of it, and they will. Okay, I don't know if I was clear in the beginning, but for the pizza crust, you need 2 1/4 teaspoons. I use the quick yeast, the active dry yeast, a teaspoon of sugar or honey, 1 cup of warm water, 2 1/2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, put the flour and add the sugar and the yeast, and then 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon salt. Mix all that together. I mean, only once. Ugh. Okay, for the pizza crust, mix 2 1/2 cups of flour, 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast, a teaspoon of sugar, add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, and mix all that together. And then I let mine sit for a couple minutes while I was preparing the other ingredients. I put it in a bowl with a towel over it, and it rose a little bit. That was cool. I added the basil into the crust, and like I said, just put it in the oven on, like, you know your oven better than I do, so I already told you later what I do, and it should all be good. Thank you. On the powerless when my cup's already. Oh, hey baby. Hey baby girl. Yeah, ignore mommy. Ignore mama. That's okay. You're allowed.